Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. To see what is right and not do it is the want of courage. The superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Education breeds confidence. Confidence breeds hope. Hope breeds peace. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the three universally recognized moral qualities of men. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world, and the world at large. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. You cannot open a book without learning something. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. If we don't know life, how can we know death? Humility is the solid foundation of all virtues. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. When you have faults, do not fear to abandon them. A superior man is ashamed of his words being better than his deeds. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Study the past if you would define the future. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. When you are laboring for others, let it be with the same zeal as if it were for yourself. The object of the superior man is truth. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his actions. Virtuous people often revenge themselves for the constraints to which they submit by the boredom which they inspire. The superior man is affable, but not adulatory. The mean man is adulatory, but not affable. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. The scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. To be wronged is nothing, unless you continue to remember it. If there were one word that could act as a standard of conduct for one's entire life, perhaps it would be reciprocity. Recompense injury with justice, and recompense kindness with kindness. A youth, when at home, should be filial, and abroad, respectful to his elders. A gentleman covets the reputation of being slow in word but prompt in deed. To go too far is as bad as to fall short. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. He who works for his own interest will arouse much animosity. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them.